Good morning, everyone. This is Robert. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you here to another edition of Inside Pitch, the 1985 One and Gone tournament. We are live at Riverfront Stadium. Well, are we really live at Riverfront Stadium? I don't know, but we are at Riverfront Stadium. This is game 3 of the tournament, still on the way, of course, still in the early portion of the first round. Today we have the Cleveland Indians taking on the Cincinnati Reds. The Indians are the number 25 seed, 60 wins, 102 losses that year. They were not that good. Cincinnati Reds are the 8th seed. They were 89 and 72, and they were a pretty decent team. Good pitching, good hitting overall, just in a very tough National League West in 1985, as Philip Reynolds is first year at Riverfront Stadium. And of course, he would be, which means that you feed everybody and give everybody food and drink there, sir. As pretty much as the Reds pretty much really should win this game, we got a very good pitching matchup. We got Bert Blyleven, Hall of Famer from the Indians, taking on Tom Browning of the Reds. It was a tough choice for pitchers between Tom Browning and Mario Soto. I went with Browning because even though the ERAs were pretty much the ERAs are very similar, but Tom Browning had more wins. So I decided in Browning for the Indians, and of course Bert for the Reds. And Blyleven definitely is the guy for the Indians in this game. As Philip Reynolds says, Mr. Perfect. We shall soon find out, as we should have an exciting game today. This is game 3, and we are still in the first round. Starting pitcher for the 1985 Cincinnati Reds will be Tom Browning. 20 wins, 9 losses, a 3.55 ERA. One tough pitcher to get through. Top of the first inning, here we go. We are at the National League ballpark, which means the pitchers will bat. Leading off for the Tribe is center fielder Brett Butler. Let's see how this exciting game goes. I'm hoping for a good one. Browning's first pitch of the game was a 1-4. That is at the ballpark. Riverfront Stadium 6-6. That is a ball hit to right field. And with a 5 on the die, that is going to be a leadoff single by Butler. Butler leads off with a base hit, and he will hold it first. Riverfront Stadium subtracts 1 from strikeouts, adds 1 to walks. A couple of home runs on it, kind of maybe a neutral park. Maybe a neutral park, maybe a bit of a pitcher's park sometimes. Next batter for Cleveland will be the first baseman, Pat Tabler. Infield is halfway. Anything on a strat, an 8. Brett Butler, that would be a possible hit and run attempt for Pat Tabler. And Tabler, 275 average. Possible hit and run here. Hit and run is on. Butler, good steal rating. Diaz, no arm. They'll do the hit and run. Hit and run will be on. So the Cleveland Indians will do a hit and run. And as they are the weaker seeds, so they got to do a hit and run coming up 2-5 against a righty. That is a blank. Tabler swings 4-1. That is a fly ball to right field. A straightaway ball to flight, to right. Butler has to get back. That is out number 1, and that didn't work out so well. Here's the shortstop, Julio Franco. Let's see what Strat Roll says this time. A 12. This time nothing on. No play. Pitch from Browning. 1-3. That is a walk, and the 5 will do it, as he will walk Franco. So Browning off to a little bit of a shaky start. Gives up a base hit and a walk. Runners at first and second. Tribe is in business. Here is the catcher, Jerry Willard. Was not easy to put this, a little bit difficult to put together a good lineup for the Indians in a National League ball club, in a National League stadium, I should say. That is a 10, nothing happening on the plate. Browning will pitch 2-2. That's a strikeout chance. And against the lefty, Jerry Willard definitely goes down easily. Geez, a 23 against left-handed pitching on strikeouts. And Browning will get him out. That is strikeout number 1. There are 2 down. Here's third baseman Brooke Jacoby. Runner still at first and second. Anything on a roll. Strat says nothing. Browning will pitch. And we got a 1-2. That's a strikeout chance. And 11 with a -1 for Jacoby. That will still get him. Browning will strike out Jacoby, and he gets out of a little jam. No runs and a hit. And that is all for the Indians. A chance goes by the board, and knowing Cleveland, they can't really waste those opportunities. But we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the 1985 Cleveland Indians will be Bert Blyleven. 17-16, 3.316 ERA. Pretty still that's not a bad year. 17-16. That's not a bad year at all. And of course, he's a Hall of Famer. Leading off for the Reds, center fielder Eddie Milner. Blyleven with the pitch. 1-2, strikeout chance, 12 too high. Milner will swing 4-4, and that's a ground out to short. Here's first baseman Pete Rose. Blyleven 1-4, wild pitch ball 1. Blyleven again 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. The 1 will get Rose. He strikes him out. That's the first strikeout for Blyleven. Out number 2. Right fielder Dave Parker hit 34 home runs in 1985, 312 average. Pretty much Cincinnati's best hitter in that year. Blyleven will pitch 4-2. That's a strikeout chance, and the 3 will get Parker. He gets him. Strikeout number 2. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Reds. No score in this exciting one-and-gone game. Top of the second. Tim Pepper says, Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much, sir. Hope yours was good at Riverfront Stadium. Leading off for the Tribe will be right fielder George Vukovic. He's in right for this game. Browning's pitch, 1-3. That's a walk chance. That's a 5, and that will allow Vukovic to travel to first. That is the second walk issued by Browning. And now left fielder Joe Carter. See what Strat says. Strat says nothing. Infield is halfway. Pitch from Browning, 1-3. That's another walk chance. That 13, though, will be too high. Carter gets the swing, 1-1, fly ball to right field. Fly out to right. Vukovic stays where he's at. Second baseman Tony Bernazard will come up. Strat says a 15, nothing. Browning will pitch 3-5. That's a strikeout chance. That 15 is too high. Bernazard 3-2. He singles past shortstop. That is a base hit. Vukovic base running rating of a 2. There is no way he'll make third, so he has to hold it second. Bernazard gets a base hit. And the Tribe once again in business. That brings up the pitcher, Bert Blyleven. Bert Blyleven had a lifetime batting average of somewhere about 140 something. So my rule on pitcher batting cards at the National League ballpark is take whatever their lifetime, if they had any stats. If they had any stats in that year, I go with those stats. But since they didn't have any stats, the rule is very simple. I go one batting card lower. So normally they would hit. So with a 140 something batting average, normally I would probably use hitting card number 3, but because in between this average, but because he didn't bat at all, I will go one level lower, and he'll use pitcher hitting card number 2. I'm actually going to make some more pitcher hitting cards that are a little bit more accurate in terms of average. Let's see if there's anything on Strat. Blyleven might just bunt here. That's a 3, and believe it or not, the bunt does not come up, so he will hit away. So Blyleven will bat with runners at first and second. Infield is halfway. Browning will pitch 2-3. That's a possible error on a throw. Blyleven swings 2-3. That is a strikeout, an automatic strikeout, and that is out number 2. As you can see on the pitcher cards, there's an automatic K, which is a strikeout. So of course, there's no throwing error, and 2 outs. The one thing about the pitcher cards, they mostly have automatic strikeouts. Here's Brett Butler with runners at first and second. See what the strat rule says. A 2. Vukovic is not going anywhere. So can the Indians get something out of here? Again, they get runners on bases, but Browning is doing a good job keeping them from coming home. 3-3 from Browning. That is a blank. Butler swings 4-3. That is a fly ball to right field. And that will end the inning. Nothing for Cleveland. They do get a walk and a hit. Still no score. Of course, I know that Philip Reynolds is definitely rooting for his Reds. Batting for Cincinnati will be left fielder Cesar Cedeno. Blyleven's pitch 2-4 against the righty, strikeout plus 10. That becomes a 20. That's an 18, and that will strike out Cedeno. Out number 1. That is the 3rd strikeout for Blyleven. Here's Nick Asaski. He is at third base today. 1-2 for Blyleven. Another strikeout chance. That 3 gets him, and he got him. That's strikeout number 4 for Blyleven. Shortstop Dave Concepcion now comes up. 5-5 from Blyleven. That is a range play. And that is a 6-5 Concepcion. That is a ground ball to short. That's it to Franco. His range is a 2. He won't make the play. That will be a base hit. He gets it past Franco. Concepcion has a hit. He will trot down to first. And we'll see Ron Oster. Ron Oster. Another great baseball name. Keith White comes up here at Riverfront Stadium. Scary to see the Indians with runners in first and second, 2 innings in a row. Yes. Concepcion on first. Let's see if there's a strat roll. There is a 15. Nothing happening. Blyleven with the pitch. 3-6 strikeout chance. 18 too high. Oster gets the swing. 1-1, and that is a ground ball to third base. It's a star line 3. It's a grounder to third, and the inning will end there. No runs for Cincinnati. They get a hit themselves. Still no score at the end of 2. And I'm not surprised that we're getting a pretty early pitching matchup between Browning and Blyleven. We'll normally see in the first round of these tournaments, in the first round of these one-and-gone tournaments, you're usually going to see good pitching duels because the aces are used in the first game of the tournament. Now, of course, for the teams that got a bye, all right, they use their ace in the second round. Let's see what we got here. Where are we at? Top of the third? Top of the third, here's Pat Tabler. Pitch from Browning. 1-1, strikeout chance, 17 too high. Tabler will swing 4-2. He flies out to right. That's the first out. And now Brooke Jacoby comes up. Browning, 6-6. That's a hit by pitch possibility. That 19 is too high, of course. So Jacoby gets to swing a 2-6. He grounds out to second. Here's Jerry Willard. 6-5 on Browning. That is a blank. Willard swings 2-4. Starline 1. That's a fly ball straight away center field. And putting that away will be Milna. And the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning for Browning, as he finally sets the Indians down in order. Bottom of the third coming up. Catching for the Indians today is Bo Diaz. He's next up. pitch from Diaz, 5-6. Of our actual pitch from Blyleven, 5-6. That against the righty is a straight home run check. Bo Diaz against the righty is an 11. That is a 19, too high. Whoa. Diaz misses a homer, but he does get to swing 2-6, and he just flies out to center. So Diaz gets a high dry ball to center field, but Butler's got plenty of room to make the catch. Out number 1. Here's the pitcher, Tom Browning. He batted 193 in 85. Not bad. Pretty good hitter. 1-1 from Blyleven. Strikeout chance. That's automatic usually, and that's a strikeout. And that's going to be strikeout number 5 for Blyleven. That's 2 outs. Usually when a strikeout chance comes up on a pitcher, that's usually automatic. Here's Eddie Milner. Top of the order now for the Redlegs. Blyleven 6-6. That's against a lefty. That is a blank. Milner gets to swing 5-2. He grounds out to second base. And nothing doing there for the Reds on a 1-2-3 inning. Still no score at the end of 3. Top of the 4th coming up. Here is Brooke Jacoby. Jacoby struck out his last time up. Browning's pitch, 3-6. That's against a right-hander, against a righty, that's a possible home run check. Jacoby against the lefty is an 18. That's a 14, and that one is cracked. And that one isn't high. That one isn't deep. And that one is gone. Home run, Brooke Jacoby. An 18 against the lefty, a straight home run check on a 3-6 against a right-hander. And Jacoby sends it out of here. A home run off of Browning, and the Indians jump out to a 1-0 lead as Riverfront Stadium groans a bit. Next batter is George Vukovic. Philip Reynolds starts to cry. Vukovic, Browning's pitch, 4-6. That's a double question mark. That 3 is going to be a star line no matter which way it goes. No matter what handed the batter is, that's going to be a fly out to right. And that's out number 1. The way Blyleven's pitching right now, that 1 run could be enough. Here's Carter. Browning's pitch, 3-2. Another home run question mark against a home run question mark. Joe Carter is a right-hander against a right-handed batter, a 1-20. That's an 18. It passes. Now we go to Carter. He has an 11. No adjustment Riverfront Stadium. A 1-11. Carter hits it out of here. It is a 12. He just misses it. Oh, if Browning was a right-hander, that would have been out. But he misses it. So it becomes a blank. Carter gets to swing. A 2-5, and he star line 6s it. It's a fly ball to right. So Carter hits a deep drive ball near at the track, but Parker will make the catch for out number 2. And here's Tony Bernazard. Browning's pitch, 1-4. That's at the ballpark. Riverfront Stadium, 5-3. That is a blank. We got a rare play. Rare play. Let's see what we got. Red die first, 5-2. And it is a slow roller to the first base who possibly bobbles, then possibly throws wild to first. Resolved by rolling against the first baseman error rate. First for the bobble, and then for the throw. So the first baseman is Rose. His error rating is a 4. His error rating is a 4. I'm going to use the 16 first, so there is no bobble on them. There is no bobble. Now we roll to see if there's an error on the throw. And then it's a 20, and there is not. So that's just going to be, 2 rolls possible. So that's not. So a nice play by Rose, who throws it to Browning, covering the bag, and that will end the inning. And that just goes as a ground out to third. One run for the Indians on a solo blast by Jacoby. And they lead 1-0 here at Riverfront. Here is Pete Rose. He'll lead off. Blyleven's pitch, 6-1. That's an error on a grounder. Rose, 2-2. And that's going to be a single into left field. That ball is hit to Carter. His error rating is an 8. That's a 20. There won't be an error. But Pete Rose gets a leadoff base hit. The Reds need that. They got a leadoff man on. The batter will be Dave Parker. Anything on a strat roll, a 5. Rose is not going anywhere. He's got a good stolen base rating, but he needed a 1 to actually get. He needed a 1 in order to get a chance for stolen base. Dave Parker will bat now. He struck out his last time up. Blyleven with the pitch. 6-6 against the lefty. That is a blank. Parker swings. 1-3 single into center field. That's a base hit. Pete Rose's base running rating is a 2. -1 on a single to center becomes a 1. And the center fielder for is Butler. He has no arm rating. So only on a 1, Pete Rose will make third. He does not. He will hold at second. But the Reds are in business. 2 base hits. And here's Cedeno. Infield still halfway. And now Blyleven in a little bit of a jam here. Let's see what we got. Anything on a strat roll? An 11, nothing. No strat. Blyleven will pitch. And that's a 1-4. Possible wild pitch, but a 14 will be too high over the wild pitcher pass ball. So that's ball 1. So do it again. Blyleven the next pitch. 3-6. Strikeout chance. 15 is going to be too high. Cedeno gets the swing. 5-1. It's a ball hit to left field. That is a 9, and that is going to, against a right-hander, that is going to be a single for Cedeno. Single to right. Pete Rose's base running rating is a 2. On a single to right, a +1 is a 3. The right fielder is Vukovic. He adds 1. A 1-4, Rose will score. It is a 5. He does, and he has to hold at third. Vukovic must have got that roll in really quick, that throw in very fast. But the bases are loaded for Nick Asaski. Wow, a 5 he rolls in order to get it, and he can't score. But the bases are loaded. Nobody out here. Bottom of the 4th. Reds got a real good opportunity. Now Blyleven having some issues. Reds are going to play the infield halfway. They'll play for 2. Try to get they'll sacrifice a run to get 2 outs. Asaski is the batter. Anything on a strat roll? That is a 7. Nothing happening. Blyleven will pitch. And it's a 3-3. That's a strikeout chance. And the 8 gets Asaski. Big strikeout by Blyleven. That's strikeout number 6. Blyleven with against the righty, a 14 and an 8. And Blyleven strikes out Asaski. Huge strikeout. 1 out. And now here's Concepcion. Anything on a strat? 13, nothing. Infield still playing now. A double play gets him out of the jam. Blyleven's pitch, 1-4. Wild pitch again, but an 18 is too high. Ball 1. They'll do it again. Blyleven, 6-4. That's a strikeout chance. The 6 against the righties. Against a right-hander, he is a 6. But a -1 at Riverfront Stadium makes it a 5. That is no strikeout. Concepcion gets the swing as Riverfront helps him out. 5-4, and it's a fly ball to right. Fly ball to right. Has a sacrifice fly rating of 2. Does he get Pete Rose in automatically? No, he does not. Ooh, he does not. Now Pete Rose, so there's 2 outs. Now Pete Rose has a base running rating of 2. It was hit to right field. Vukovic +1 is a 3. A 1-3, Rose will score. It is a 6. So this is what happens. The lead runner advances. So Pete Rose does come in to score, but the trail and Dave Parker's trailing base runner is a 2. That is a 4. So Rose does come in to score, but the throw goes to third to get Parker, and he is out. And the inning is over. The run does score, but Parker's thrown out at third trying to advance. That's how that goes. So lead, is it a 6? So it's a 6. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe wait a minute. It's a 6, right? Lead runner. No, the lead runner's thrown out. I'm sorry. It's a 6 and a 4. He does not score. My bad. Lead runner is thrown out. Pete Rose does not score. He is thrown out at the plate. I read that wrong. He is out of there. Because a 6 is rolled, and then it was a 4, and the 4 says the lead runner thrown out. A 6 would have to be a 6-6 or a 6-1. He is out of there. Oh, boy. Almost made a mistake. And Bert Blyleven gets out of the jam. Side retired. No runs. 3 hits. No run score. Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Reds cannot get any of them in. And it remains 1-0 Indians as Bert Blyleven gets a fist pump as George Vukovich throws Rose out at the plate. Wow. I think a manager is about to get ejected, but that's the third out. Forever Maine joins me now here at Riverfront Stadium as Keith White says a manager is about to get ejected. Yep, but he'll hold it, or an announcer. Got to make sure I do it right. I know I got some Reds fans there, but I know I got to do it right. Top of the 5th inning coming up. Leading off is the pitcher, Bert Blyleven. He uses hitting card number 2. Browning's pitch, 3-3. That is a blank. Blyleven gets to swing 4-3. He strikes out. And that's the first out. Here's Brett Butler. Butler 1 for 2. That's Tom Browning's 4th strikeout of the game, by the way. Browning will pitch 6-2. That's at the ballpark. Riverfront Stadium 5-2. Fly out center field. 2 outs. And now Pat Tabler. Browning 3-6 against a righty. That is a home run. Against the right-handed, that is a home run check. Tabler against the lefties a 7. That's a 12. Too high. That's a blank. Tabler swings 4-5, and he singles it past the pitcher. It's a base hit. Tabler does get a single. And now Julio Franco with 2 outs. Infield is normal. Strat roll says a 13, nothing happening. Warm up a new dice roller. Rob's lucky I don't have my hot spot till December 1. Browning will pitch 5-3. That's a range play. Franco swings 3-6. That's a pop out to short. And that is Concepcion. His range is a 3. He will make the catch easily, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit for Cleveland. It remains 1-0. In a tight game here at Riverfront Stadium. The Indians had a record of 60 wins and 102 losses. The Reds were 89-72, but right now they have their hands full. Halfway through the ball game, still 1-0 try. Blyleven will pitch. He will go up against Ron Oster. Blyleven's pitch, 2-1. That is a blank. He's not tired. Oster swings 6-3. Fly ball left field against the right here, and that's a 5. And that's going to be a leadoff double for Ron Oster. That's a fly ball to right. Actually, it's a fly ball to left, actually. Fly ball to left. And Blyleven is and that again, it'll be a right-handed, against a right-handed pitcher, that's a 5. And that turns into a double. So once again, the Reds have the leadoff man on base. And this time, the tying runs at second. The batter will be Bo Diaz. Infield will stay normal. We'll see if anything's on a strat. That is a 1. Oster. Let's see here. That is a possible steal of third. 1 divided by, well, actually, the 1 divided by 2. No, it's not a steal of third, actually, because 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, so no. So no steal of third. So Blyleven will pitch to Diaz. Can someone wake up the Reds? Too much turkey and stuffing. Here's the pitch from Blyleven. 4-4. That's a range play. Diaz takes a swing. 6-5. A fly ball to right field. That's hit to Vukovic. His range is a 3. He will make the catch. Oh, Vukovic makes the catch. On a fly ball to right, Ron Oster's base running rating is a 3. Does he advance? Does he advance to third with the red die? Yes, he does. A 3, he does go. Oster will advance to third on the fly ball to right, but there is 1 out. The batter now is the pitcher, Tom Browning. Runner on third base, Browning at the plate. Let's see if anything comes up. It is a 7. Nothing happening on strat. Browning's going to swing away. 1 out. Unless Philip Reynolds wants me to pull him. I usually don't pull a pitcher. All right, with only 2. I'll ask Philip Reynolds, do you want, I'll tell you what, I'll make Reynolds make the choice since he's the Reds fan. Bunt him home. Okay, the bunt did not come up on the strat die. So that's not available. So that pretty much tells me the Indians have the corners in. So, you know what? Screw it. He says bunt him home. We'll do a bunt him home. We'll do a squeeze play. So Browning's going to do a squeeze play, though his bunt rating's only a 3. And the corners will be in. So that means that the bunt rating will go down to a 2. The corners will be in, looking for a squeeze. So I got to get the chart for that. So give me a moment. Because the squeeze bunt chart is different from the main chart on the board. You want me to try a squeeze? All right, we'll do a squeeze. Stay tuned here, Philip. I might be asking you a question. So squeeze bunt is on. The corners will be in. So it's not infield in, but the corners are in. So if the ball is hit to first or third, all right, if the ball is hit to first or third, the corners are in, his bunt rating goes down by 1. But Blyleven does get to bat the pitch. So here we go. It is a 5-2. That's a strikeout chance. That is halved. And that is halved. Browning's strikeout rating is a 22. Divided by 2 is an 11. That's a 12 minus 1 for 10. Browning does not strike out. Now he does the bunt. And that is a bunt hit to first base. So his bunt rating becomes a 2. And what's on the die is a 6. And it is foul. It's fouled away. The bunt is fouled away. Strike 1. Do I try again, Philip? Fouled off, redo attempt, or do regular at bat? It's fouled away. Do we try again for the squeeze play? Remember, his strikeout rating is halved. He's got, which means on a 10, Browning's going to strike out, and then Oster is going to probably be a dead duck at home. Because then it goes as a steal. Try again, he says. All right. I'll go with Philip Reynolds. I'll let him make the call. Blyleven's pitch. That's a 4-5. That's a double question mark. That is ignored. So now Browning will try another bunt. And that is a 6. The bunt is at the catcher. The bunt is added at the catcher, and that is a 6. The catcher is automatically considered in, and that's going to be fouled away again. Strike 2. That's fouled away again. Now he's got 2 strikes on him. The next foul, he's out. Do I try one more time, or do I let Browning hit away? Philip, what's your call? Try again or let him hit. He's got 2 strikes on him. Now hit. Okay, so now Browning will hit away. The infield will now go to normal, as they now figure they will not try to bunt. Blyleven's pitch. That's a 4-4. That's a range play. Oh, interesting. Browning gets the swing, 1-5. It's a ground ball to second base. It's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Bernazard. His range is a 3. Does he make it? No, he does not. It's a base hit for Tom Browning. That is a single 4. After all of that bunt attempts, Oster will come in to score on a base hit by Browning. And it's tied at 1. As Tom Browning tries 2 bunts, fouls them both off, then Browning hits one to short on a range play, and Bernazard can't get to it. We're tied at 1. Here's Eddie Milner. Try a strat roll. That is a 1. Browning is not stealing. Infield is halfway. Pitch from Blyleven. 1-2, strikeout chance, 10-2 high. Milner gets the swing, 5-5. Against the righty, that's a ground ball back to Blyleven. Ground ball to a play rating is 1. Nothing from Blyleven. A 2 + 1 from the halfway. And it's hit, and against with a left-handed batter, the shortstop is the pivot man, which is Franco. A 1-2, they turn the double play. They do not. Browning will be out at second. Milner will be safe at first. That's out number 2. So that is a fielder's choice. Browning is erased. And now a chance for Pete Rose. But now the infield goes back to normal. Strat roll says a 10-0. Blyleven's pitch, 6-1. Possible error on a grounder. Rose, 5-3. That's a fly ball center field. There won't be an error there. And that will end the inning. That was an exciting inning. 1 run on 2 hits, a double by Oster and a single by Browning. And we're tied at 1 at the end of 5. How about that? That was cool. Stay with me, Phil. If I need you to make a call for me, you're my Reds fan here. Top of the 6th, though, tied at 1. Here's Jerry Willard leading off for the Tribe. He's 0 for 2. Browning's pitch, 4-5. That's a range play. Willard, 3-3. That's a fly ball to left field. Cesar Cedeno's out there. His range is a 3. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. Cedeno makes a great stop, makes a great catch. Out number 1. Nice play by Cedeno. Next up is Brooke Jacoby. He hit a home run earlier in this game, which allowed the Indians to take a 1-0 lead. Michael Peterson joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. So does Bears Den 007. Yes, another football Sunday. We got a tie game here between the Indians and the Reds. 1 out. Browning's pitch, 1-6 against the righty. That's a blank. Jacoby takes the swing, 4-2. He grounds out to second base. And now George Vukovic is next up. Browning's pitch, 5-6. That's a strikeout chance. The 17 will not get him. Vukovic with a 17 rating, but -1 from Riverfront makes it a 16. That 17 is too high. Vukovic gets the swing. 1-6, but he flies out to center. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Browning. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bert Blyleven will continue to pitch. He's also pitching very well. Dave Parker will take a swing here in this one-and-done tournament. Reading about the Hall of Fame and lack of players being enshrined. Yeah, not much of a choice this year. Not much of a choice. I think Schilling is probably going to get the vote, although I'm really not sure if he's a true Hall of Famer. I really don't know. But Schilling's got the war to do it. Blyleven will pitch to Parker. And that is a 2-4 against the lefty. That's a blank. Parker takes a swing. 3-6. Single past first. Base hit. Parker gets his second hit of the game. Infield goes to halfway. Here is Cedeno. Anything on a strat. That's a 14. Nothing happening. Blyleven will pitch. That's a 5-5 from Blyleven. That's a range play. Caesar takes a swing. 1-5. That's a star line 4. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Franco. His range is a 2, but the infield halfway, his range is a 1. Does he make it? No, he does not. That's going to be a single past short. It's a base hit for Cedeno. Parker's base running rating is a 2. There is no way he'll make third. He'll have to hold at second. But the Reds are in business. And now a chance for Nick Asaski with runners at first and second and nobody out. Bert Blyleven, they go talk to him on the mound a moment. And the Reds have a very good opportunity here. Asaski will bat. Infield is still halfway. Anything on a strat roll. That is a 9-0. Blyleven will pitch. It's a 3-5. Strikeout chance. Asaski. 11 gets him. Strikes out Asaski again. That is strikeout number 7. And Asaski has struck out 3 times in a row. He has a hat trick. 1 out. And now Concepcion. Blyleven doing everything he can to keep the Indians in this game. Strat roll says a 16-0. Blyleven will pitch. That's a 4-2 strikeout chance. 8 against the righty. That's too high. Concepcion gets the swing. It's a 6-2, and he pops it up. He pops it to short. Coming under it is Franco. Infield fly rule, 2 outs. Oh, boy. And now Ron Oster gets the swing. Now the infield goes back to normal. Strat roll says a 6-0. Blyleven will pitch. Can he get out of this jam? 5-5. That's another range play. Oster swings 3-5. It's a ball hit to right field. It's a ball hit to right, and that is going to be a double, but it's going to hit to right field. Vukovic gets a chance to make the play. A 1-3. This ball is caught. No, it's going to land. It's a double to right for Oster. Oster hits a double to right. Parker definitely will score. Cedeno, base running rating of a 3. To get from first to home, -1 is a 2. Vukovic +1 with an arm. So a 1-3, Cedeno will score. It is a 4. He has to hold at third. Oster holds at second. Reds take the lead 2-1. As Ron Oster hits a double just out of Vukovic's reach. 2-1 Reds. Just out of his reach. The batter now will be Bo Diaz. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Infield is normal by the Indians. Strat roll says an 18. Diaz is not going to bunt, so it'll be a normal hit. Here's the pitch from Blyleven. That's a 5-2. That's a strikeout chance. 16 is too high. Diaz gets to swing 2-4, and he hits a ball to right field. But a 17 is going to be too high. On a right-handed pitcher, 11 is as high as it goes. That's a 17, and that's just going to be a fly out to right. A deep fly out, but that's all it is. And that will end the inning. 1 run for the Reds on 3 hits. The Reds now lead at 2-1 at the end of 6. Some timely hitting by Ron Oster. Top of the 7th coming up. Tom Browning will be tired at the end. Actually, he has a little bit left in the tank. He can pitch to 5 batters before he's tired. He is due to bat first in the bottom of the 7th. We'll see what happens here. Here is Joe Carter leading off for the Indians in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch from Browning. And that's a 5-2. That's a strikeout chance. The 10 gets him. Carter goes down on strikes. That is K number 5 for Browning. He had 155 of them in 85. Tony Bernazard comes up. Pitch from Browning. 2-3. That's a possible error on a throw. Bernazard, 5-2. Ground ball to third base. The ball is hit to Wasaski. His error rating is an 11. That's an 11, and the throw, there's going to be an error. There's going to be an error. Now, the throw is going to first base. Rose's range is a 1. Does he stop the throw from getting past him? No, he does not. And Bernazard's base running rating is a 4. He will advance to second. Error on Wasaski. That is an E5. An error on Nick Wasaski, who threw it past first base. Rose couldn't make the play. It goes into the dugout. Bernazard, with good speed, does make it to second. And now the Indians have the tying run on base. And that's not Browning's fault. The batter is the pitcher, Bert Blyleven, and they're going to take Blyleven out. So Blyleven is going to be done, even though he pitched very well. But the Indians, knowing they got a man on second base, they got to bring in someone to hit. Let's see who they're going to bring in. And Browning is a lefty, so you probably want to bring in a right-hander. And you usually got to go by at-bats, not average, unless they want to have him go up against a lefty. No, he'll bring in a righty. Let's see. Andre Thornton's going to come in and bat for the Indians. He batted .236, but he's a right-hander. He'll go up against Browning with 1 out and a runner on second. Andre Thornton, what is usually the tribe designated hitter, but he was not available in the lineup because we're at the National League ballpark. But he will bat against Browning. Tom Browning is not tired yet, and he'll go up against Thornton. Thornton does have some hitting ability. Now, Philip Reynolds said to me, if someone gets on, pull him. Do you want me to pull Browning now? That error was really not his fault, but do you want me to bring in a different pitcher to pitch to Thornton? Remember, Browning is due to bat first. So any pitcher I bring will, unless I do a double switch, which usually in a one-and-gone tournament, I don't like to do that unless it's necessary. Well, what do you think, Bill? You want Browning to pitch to Thornton since you just mentioned it? I'll let you make the call. It's only the top of the 7, 2-1. Tying run on second. Red says wait. Okay, so Browning will pitch to Thornton. And first I need to roll a strat, see if anything going on. That is a 10, nothing happening. Browning's pitch, 4-6. That's a double question mark. That is a 1, and that is going to be a star line. That is going to be an automatic out. It is a 2. It's a fly out to center. So Thornton does fly out. He will be done. Bernazard, a fly out to center. Subtract 3 from his base running rating. A 1, Bernazard will go to third. And it's a 6. I got to re-roll that. It's a 6-1, and he will hold. And he will hold. Only on a 6-6 he's thrown out at third base on a flyout. If it was a 6-6, he would be out. So Bernazard holds at second base, but there are now 2 outs. And now a chance for Butler. Brandon Baker says, Reds baseball is on the air. Runner at second. Infield is normal. Anything on a strat, 16. Butler is not bunting. Bernazard on at second. Browning's pitch. That's a 6-4. That's a range play at the ballpark. Riverfront Stadium, 6-2. That is a home run possibility to center field. Butler's home run rating against the lefty is a 2. That is a 5. So there is no home run. Now we see if the ball is hit to center. And the center fielder for the Reds is Milner. A 1-4, he'll make the catch. He does, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits for Cleveland. There was an error on the Reds. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, still 2-1. The first thing you got to do to see if there's a home run. Then you check if it's a range play. Then you see if a range play is made. If he didn't make the range play, that's a double. If Milner didn't make that catch, that's a double. Bottom of the 7th, still 2-1 Reds. Tom Browning is due to bat, but I'm sure we'll bring in a pinch hitter for Browning as he will be done. He pitched pretty well, and the Indians need a pitcher. So let's see what the Indians want to bring up here. You got a couple of lefties and a switch hitter coming up. So let's see who the Indians want to pitch. Coming on to pitch for Cleveland will be Dave Von Olen. Dave Von Olen will come on and pitch for the Indians. 3-2, 2.91 ERA. He is a lefty. And now the Reds will go to the bench. Let's see what they're going to bring. I got a lefty, so I'm pretty sure we'll bring in a right-hander. And that will be Gary Redus. Gary Redus will pinch hit for Browning. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2-1 Reds. Good game here between the Indians and the Reds, the battle for Ohio. Browning's done well. He gave up 1 run on 4 hits. He's done well. 1 run on 4 hits. Dave Von Olen will pitch to Redus. Von Olen's pitch, 2-5. That's a blank. Redus gets the swing, 5-3. Single past the shortstop. Leadoff base hit for Redus. Browning also has an RBI single. Redus will hold at first base. The batter will be Eddie Milner. Anything on a strat at 13. Wow, Redus got a very good chance to steal. 15 minus 1 is a 14. Redus with a stolen base rating of 16. It would be a 1-17 for Redus to steal second. Do you want me to go? I'll let you make the call. 1-17, Redus steals. The steal is available. What do you think, Philip or Brandon? 1-17 chance, 85% chance to steal. What do you guys think? Let you make the call. Philip Reynolds says steal on his way, and it is a 9. Redus steals easily. Milner, the batter, will re-roll strat again, and that is a 14. This time, nothing happening. Infield is normal. Reedus on at second. Here's the pitch from Von Olen. That's a 1-1. That is a double question mark. Milner is a lefty. A 1-12 would be a single. That is a 6, and that's exactly what it is. It's a single up the middle. That is a base hit from Milner. Reedus's base running rating is a 5. He will have no problem scoring from second easily. That is an RBI single for Milner. 3-1 Reds as Philip Reynolds and Brandon Baker make the right call. A mistake by Dave Von Olen allows Milner to slap it right up the middle. That easily scores Reedus. 3-1 Reds. The batter now is Pete Rose. Infield halfway. Strat roll still available. A 3. Milner's got a good chance to steal here now. 3 steal attempt from Milner is on. 7 minus 1 is a 6. He'll steal. Possible. 15. A 15. Willard is a +1. A 16. Do we steal with Eddie Milner? A 1-16 he steals. Do we steal with Milner? Let you make the call. A steal is available. Do we steal with Milner? A 1-16, he gets it. Steal or hold? Someone tell me here. I'm leaning towards steal, so I'm going to go once, going twice. I'm going to steal with Milner. 1-16, he gets it. And he does. And he does. It's a possible error. That's a possible error on Vukovic. His error rating is a 5, and he will not make the error. But Milner does steal. Milner does steal second base. It was a possible error, but Willard holds it. But Milner's safe with a stolen base. So 2 stolen bases in this inning. As the Reds are running, the running Reds. Now Pete Rose still available. Now we'll re-roll Strat again. That is a 6. 7 divided by 2. Actually, 6 divided by 2 was a 3. Nothing going on there. Infield now normal. Von Olen will pitch. 5-5. That's at the ballpark. Riverfront Stadium, 2-1. Single for Pete Rose. It's a base hit. Milner's base running rating is a 5. To get from second to home, you add 2 on a single to center, so that becomes a 7. Butler has no rating. Milner will score easily. Rose at first, and the Reds are beginning to open it up. It's 4-1. Pete Rose, an RBI single. 4-1 Reds. And still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th, by the way, guys. Next batter is Dave Parker, and Dave Von Olen has come in here and done absolutely nothing for the Indians here. He's going to pitch to Parker. It's left on left, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be his last batter. Parker's 2 for 3. Infield halfway. Strat roll says a 5. Rose is not going anywhere. Von Olen with the pitch. 5-2. Hit by pitch. That is not going to happen. Parker does get to swing. That's a 2-2. It's a ground ball to second base. Parker's base double play rating of 3. +1 is a 4. Nothing from Von Olen. Shortstop pivot rating 0. A 1-4, they turn a double play. They do. Second base to shortstop. Back to first, 2 outs. Parker grounds out into the 4-6-3. Clears the bases for Cesar Cedeno. 2 outs now. That's going to be all for Dave Von Olen. They're going to go to a right-hander now, as the Indians have seen enough out of him. Let's see. Coming on to pitch for the Tribe. Boy, their bullpen is meh. Cleveland bullpen is meh. All right, so in this case, we just go with the most player. They're going to bring in Rich Thompson, 3-8, 5 saves, 6.30 ERA. Rich Thompson will pitch against Cesar Cedeno here now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Thompson's pitch, and that is a 1-1. That's an error on a throw possibility. Cesar Cedeno, 5-4. That's a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to Bernazard. His error rating is a 6, but that is a 9. Bernazard will have it, throw to first, and get the out. Good inning, though, for the Reds. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. And a stolen base. At the end of 7, Reds are now leading 4-1. Top of the 8th. Reds need a pitcher. Let's see. Leading off for the Indians is Pat Tabler. You got 2 rights and a left coming up, so I think the Reds would go with a right-hander here. And they're going to bring out Tom Hume. 3-5, 3 saves, 3.26 ERA. He had 56 relief appearances. Tom Hume will come out for the Reds against Pat Tabler. We'll see if Hume can keep it good here. 4-1, Cincinnati. Hume with the pitch. 5-5 against a righty. Strikeout chance, 17 too high. Tabler swings, 4-4. Fly ball hit the right field. And against the right, that is a 2, and that is going to be a leadoff double by Pat Tabler against a righty. Tabler gets a leadoff double. That's his second hit of the game. He goes to first. And the batter is Julio Franco. Franco 0 for 2. Am I doing strat? No strat, but there is a possible pickoff chance. That's a 20. Tom Hume turns back, throws to second. Tabler not in time. That's a 17. And you have to roll for a pickoff, even though there's a bulk chance. So still got to roll for pickoff at least, but there's no strat right now. Infield normal. Hume's pitch. 2-2 against a righty. That's a blank. Franco, 6-2. Single past second base. It's a base hit for Franco. Tabler base running rating is a 3. It's a single past second. To get from second to home, it needs to be a 2. It is. Tabler will score. Franco on at first, and now it's a 4-2 game. The batter now is Jerry Willard. And still nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Julio Franco gets an RBI base hit. Willard now the batter. 4-2. Anything on strat? Nothing. Although, because now the strat roll is back in effect. Hume will pitch to Willard. Pitch from Hume, 6-5. That's a strikeout chance. The 12 will not get him. Willard is a 12, but -1 from Riverfront Stadium makes it 11. So Riverfront helps out Willard. Willard gets the swing. 3-5, Starline 3. Ground ball to third. The infield, of course, is halfway. Willard, double play rating is a 1, +1 from Hume. Third base, second base is pivot, which is Oster. He has no rating. A 1-2, they turn the double play. They don't. But Franco's base running rating is a 4, so he will make it to second. Actually becomes a 3, but the 3 is good enough. The only play is at first base, 1 out. And Willard is out at first. Franco does advance to second. On a ground out to third. Here's Brooke Jacoby with 1 out, infield normal. Franco on at second now. Jacoby has a home run in this game. Tom Hume coming in having himself a little bit of a jam. He can pitch to 6 batters before being tired. 1 out. Anything on Strat? That's a 4. Nothing happening. Tom Hume will pitch to Jacoby. Here's the pitch. 1-2. That's a walk chance. The 13 will be too high. Jacoby gets the swing. 6-2. Ground ball right back to Hume. That's a grounder back to Hume. Hume's only play is at first base. That's out number 2. Franco does. Franco, got to see if it. Now, Franco's not automatic. Franco's base running rating is a 4. If this is a 4 or less, Franco makes it to third. And he does not. He has to hold. Franco stays at second. 2 outs. So Jacoby grounds out back to Hume. And now a chance for George Vukovich with 2 outs. That's a 12. Nothing happening on the Strat. George Vukovich had 8 home runs in 85. He has a little power. 2 outs. Hume's pitch. That's a 3-3. It is a range play. Vukovich. 1-3. It's a single into left field. That ball is hit to Cedeno. His range is a 3. Does he turn it into an out? Yes, he does. Great play by Cesar Cedeno. Makes the catch. Steals a hit away from Vukovich and a run, and the inning is over. And that is a fly out to left. 1 run for the Indians on a couple of hits. It's now 4-2. What a play by Cesar Cedeno in left to make the catch. Bottom of the 8th. Nick Osaski leads off for the Reds. Rich Thompson is going to come out of the game. He's due to bat third anyway, but he's going to come out. Indians will go to the pen. Bottom of the 8th inning. Mission is simple. Keep it a 4-2 game. So now the Indians will probably go to their best overall pitcher in the pen. And their best pitcher in the pen is actually a lefty, and that's going to be Jamie East. Well, you know what? You wouldn't bring a lefty in this case. Hold on. Timeout. They're going to go with Vern Rule. Vern Rule will come out. 2-10, 4.32 ERA, has some relief appearances. He will pitch to Nick Osaski here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-2 Reds in a close matchup here. Pitch from Rule. That's a 2-5. That's a strikeout chance. The 8 gets Osaski. Osaski has struck out 4. He gets the golden sombrero. He is 0 for 4. Nick Osaski struck out all 4 times. He gets the golden sombrero, which means, of course, the next time Osaski plays, he's going to have a great game. Vern Rule will now pitch to Concepcion. That's 1 out. Pitch, 2-2 against the righty. That's a straight home run check. Concepcion against the righty. That's a 3. That's a 3. And that one is cracked. And that one is hit high. That one is hit deep. Say hello, Riverfront Stadium. That ball is hit. Gone. Home run. Dave Concepcion. Stadium cheers. Yay. Dave Concepcion, a home run rating of a 3 against a righty. That was a straight home run check. That's a 3, and Dave Concepcioned that one out of here. 5-2 Reds. Vern Rule pitches Concepcion a grapefruit, and he turned it into fruit salad. And here's Ron Oster. After game, Sasky gets traded. Keith White says fan interference. I saw it. 1 out. Oster the batter. Now 5-2 Reds. Rules pitch. 6-4. That's a blank. He's not tired. Oster swings 4-2. Starline 4. He grounds it to third. Oster is 2 for 4 for the game. And now a chance for Bo Diaz. Rules pitch. That's a 6-6. It's a blank. Diaz, 6-5. Fly ball right field. And that'll get put away by Vukovic. And the inning is over. 1 run on a big jack by Concepcion. 5-2 Reds. We go to the top of the 9th. Remember, there is no fatigue. The only players that cannot play the next game is the starting pitchers. They will be available, however, if all pitchers are been exhausted in the next game, which is very rare since we use the entire roster of the teams. To make absolutely certain the Indians don't try anything, Ted Power will come out to pitch. Why not? 8-6, 27 saves. Ted Power will try to close this game out. Joe Carter leads off for Cleveland here in the top of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Ted Power against Carter. Power's pitch. 6-4 against the righty. That's a strikeout chance, and down goes Carter. Struck him out. 1 man down. And here's Tony Bernazard. Pitch from Power. 2-5. That's a strikeout chance. The 9 will be good enough. Bernazard goes down on strikes. Strikeout. 2 down. Vern Rule was due to bat. They'll go to the bench to try to keep this game alive. And it is the 9th inning, so we go with the best overall card we can for the Indians. And coming on to bat will be Jim Wilson. Has an average of .357. In the 9th inning, I go by best available hitter. And Jim Wilson, even though we only had 14 at-bats in 85, he is the hitter. So 5-2, Reds leading. Ted Power trying to keep it where it's at. Thought Carter was a J. He will be a J later. As Keith White says, Carter started as a Cub, traded to the Indians, went to the Padres, and then the Jays. Of course, we all know Joe Carter for that big home run in the 93 series. Ted Power will pitch to Wilson. 2 outs. Pitch from Power. 3-4. That is a blank. Jim Wilson. 4-2. That's a ground ball to second base. Ron Oster's up with it. Pats his glove. Pats it twice. Throws to first. That's your game. Reds beat the Indians. 5-2. The Indians are one and gone. Final line score coming up here in a moment. For the Cincinnati Reds, 5 runs on 13 hits and 1 error. For the Indians, 2 runs, 6 hits and no errors. Tom Browning, of course, gets the win. Bert Blyleven takes a very hard luck loss. There is not a save issued, although actually Tom Hume does get credit for a hold. So that will do it here. As the Reds move on, they will advance, and they will take on the Chicago White Sox in game number 17. So we got a long way to go before that game comes up. So we'll be Cincinnati taking on the White Sox, and Cincinnati will be the home team. So it'll be the Chicago White Sox at Cincinnati, as the White Sox were the 9 seed and the Reds are the 8. So we'll be at Riverfront Stadium, which means the Reds will be the host. And yes, Browning did get a hit. He got an RBI single. Philip Reynolds tried to get Tom Browning to do a squeeze play, and Browning fouled off two pitches. And then he lets Browning get a hit. It was a range play that second baseman Tony Bernazard couldn't make, and it became a base hit and allowed the runner at third to score. So check out the replay if you want to see how that went. Brandon Baker, Philip Reynolds, Tim Pepper. Oh, I should mention before I say goodbye, we got the Toronto Blue Jays. Taking on the Chicago White Sox tonight in Payoff Pitch after some NFL action. And the next game for Inside Pitch will be tomorrow. That's game number 4. It will be the Seattle Mariners taking on the San Diego Padres. So Mariners at the Padres tomorrow. That'll be Inside Pitch for game number 4 of One and Gone. So that's what you got coming up. Brandon Baker, Philip Reynolds, Tim Pepper, Keith White, thank you all for joining me at the ballpark. And forever remain 90 as always. Thank you all for joining me. And we'll see you guys a little later. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Reds beat the Indians 5-2. They advance. See you guys later. Take care.